All right, let's go over the map and filter functions in Python, and then we're also going to be talking about list comprehension and show you how that all works. So if we're over here in our terminal and we come in here, and normally if we wanted to loop over, let's say we had an array of numbers. So here we have an array of numbers, and normally if we want to loop over them, we do something like this. So we'd say for n in numbers here, like this, and then we can do some sort of action like say print, and we'll just go n plus n like this. So this is traditionally how we would loop over these like this, and then we run this, and then you can see we get these printed out to the screen. But we can also use something called map, which we're going to show you how to use in this video. So let's comment this out for now. So in order to use map, we're going to have to first pass in some sort of function as the first argument, and the second argument is going to be our list of numbers over here. So let's come over here and show you how it works. So let's say we have a function here, so we'll say def like this, and we're just going to say double nums like that, and then we're going to pass in a num like that, and then we're going to return here, and again we'll do the same thing, so n plus n like this. Okay, so this is our function here, and we come down here, and now if we want to use our map function, we can go like this and say result like that, and then we can say that is equal to map like so, and then here we're going to pass in as our first argument that function, so that's double nums like that, and then for our second argument we're just going to pass in those numbers like this. Okay, so now we can come down below here, and we're just going to print out that result like so, and we can save that, and then we run this. So when we run this, you can see we get this map object. Now we can go like this, and we can say list to turn it into a list like that, and then go ahead and save that and run that again, and then you get this list back, which doubles each of the numbers in our list, just like we would expect. Okay, so that is looking good. And now if we wanted to do this kind of, we worked on lambdas last time, so let's actually show you how this might work like that. So we can come in here and we'll comment this out, and then we'll come down again here and say result, and then we'll say that is equal to map, just like that. And then here, instead of using this function up here, we can pass in a lambda. So we can say we can say map here, and then we can say lambda, and then we're going to say n like that, and then we'll say n plus n like that, and then that is going to be our lambda function, and then again we can just pass in those numbers like so. Get rid of that, and we can save this, and now we're going to run this one, and you see we get this map object. So again, same thing, we can change that into a list. We can do that down here too in the results, so we can just turn it down to a list down here like that, and we can save that, run that again, and again we get the same result. So that is how map works. Now we did go over filter last time, but let's show you how that works one more time, just to make sure it is clear. So filter is going to be similar to map. It's going to loop over all our items, and then it is going to perform some sort of action to see if the item should stay in the list or not. So let's go like this, and we'll say filtered nums like that, and that is going to be equal to filter like so, and then let's just do a lambda like this, and then again we're going to say num like that, and then num, if it is greater than or equal to 2, it will stay in the list, and then we'll just pass in again that array or list in Python. So let's close this over a little bit so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so this is what our entire filter function is going to look like here. And then we can come down here and we can just print that out. So let's say print, and again we'll say list, and then we'll say filtered nums like that, and save that, and let's run that. And again, we are going to return all of the values that are over 2 or greater than or equal to 2. And that is that. So for us, that's just leaving out this one. Okay, so that is the map and the filter. Now, let's show you a little bit, because those aren't actually used that much. You won't see those used very often in Python, but what you will see more often is this list comprehension that I'm about to show you here. So the syntax for this is going to be like this. So you're going to have the expression here like that, and it's going to say for num in numbers like we have above. So this is the syntax. So it's going to have the expression, and then it's going to say for whatever value here in this list. So basically we're just mapping over every item in that. So if we were to use this, let's comment this out. Come down here and we'll say filtered, we'll just use that again, filtered nums like that. And then that is going to be equal, and we do our square brackets here, and we'll say num for num in numbers. So here we're not actually going to add anything for our expression because we're just going to map over these. So num in numbers here. And then right after this, we can add some sort of clause here. So here we're going to say if num here is greater than or equal to 2, just like we had for this filtered one above. And that is going to be finish off our clause. And then here we'll print out filtered nums like this. So let's show you this whole thing right now. So we're going to save in our variable filtered nums here, and then we're going to have square brackets, and we're going to say num for each num in numbers in the numbers list. If the number is greater than or equal to 2, we'll return it, and then we're going to print that out. So let's see what that looks like. Go ahead and save that and run it. And again, we get the same values back. So hopefully that's relatively clear. This is going to be a syntax you'll see quite a bit with this list comprehension, probably more than the map and the filter and all those different things. So might want to get used to this. Maybe I'll leave a link in the description explaining it a little more. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.